Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I know it's a little bit dusk right now, it's starting to get dark, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Tinder, some of the things that we can use to start fire. I have a few things that I'm going to share with you. The first one that's in my hand right now is dryer lint. Okay, dryer lint works very good. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. And it works excellent for starting a fire. It's very similar to a cotton ball. So what I like to do is I like to lay it down. And I'm going to be using a little welding igniter here. And let's throw a spark on it. So this is dryer lint. Works really good for fire starter. Another thing that you can use, obviously, is what I'm holding now. And this is cotton ball. When you buy these, it's important to make sure that you buy the ones that are 100% cotton and they say flammable on the bag. Otherwise, you might have trouble getting your fire started. And again, these take a spark very well. They're excellent for fire starter. Excellent tinder. Inside this little pouch, which is basically just some inner tube material, I have some cotton balls in here. And the difference between these cotton balls and the one that I just ignited is these are soaked with Vaseline. These work good if it's kind of like windy outside. They have that little bit of Vaseline in them, and it's just added fuel to the already good tinder of the cotton ball. Once they light, it kind of reminds me of something like a candle. I need to pull this apart a little more and make it where it'll accept the spark. There it goes. It has qualities like a candle. They burn very well. They burn a little bit hotter than a normal cotton ball does because of the Vaseline. There's one more thing that I like to use, and I'll share that with you now, and that's steel wool. Now, steel wool can be found at your local hardware store. You can also find it in Walmart, True Value, Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. And steel wool works very good. When you buy steel wool, they generally offer 4 or 5 different thicknesses or coarseness. I guess the word I'm looking for is the coarse. Is some of it's a lot finer than others, and the one that I like to use for fire starting is the 4/0. It's 4 zeros. This is the finest steel wool that you can buy. You see how that Vaseline on that cotton ball really goes a long ways. So I'll just kind of throw those in the pit. So 4/0 steel wool. If I set it down, it'll take a spark and it works real good. Kind of reminds me of Char Cloth. It'll make good embers. It doesn't actually flame up, but it does create nice embers. So that's 4/0 steel wool. If you don't have a spark available to ignite your steel wool, you can also use an electrical source. In my case, right now I have a 6-volt battery, and basically all you do is you short the steel wool out between the terminals. I like to make it kind of thin on the inside. I know it's probably getting dark. I like to make it kind of thin on the inside, and there it is. Let's do it again. See that? Makes an excellent tinder for starting fires. So if you have a cell phone, a flashlight, camcorder battery, the battery of your car, anything, you can use that with steel wool to make fire. If you notice in the pit there, the Vaseline cotton ball is still burning. One thing that I wanted to share with you is these little, I don't know, they're not flowers, but these little shrubs, if you will. You know, you can see them all up the landscape. They kind of stick out. You see them? They make excellent tinder. I'll show you what they do here in a second. Let me pull one out. Let's see. These little guys, they make excellent tinder. Just pull right out. Take a little flat, something flat, set them close, and they create a nice little start for your fire. So we're lucky to have that in the Southwest over here. That's one thing about the desert, you know, everything's so dry. There's tons of tinder out here for us to use. You know, they light pretty quick. Hello everybody, I'm back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here. I was out in the woods earlier and I was talking about some tinder. Lots of different types of tinder that I like to use to start fires. And I mentioned char cloth out there in the woods. But I didn't have any at the time to show you. So now I'm back here at the house and I have a container full of char cloth. It's basically a piece of cloth. Looks like this. And see the ember that it caught? You can blow on it. And it's actually a pretty good method for starting fires. See how slow it goes? It's a very effective material. So anyway, now you know what char cloth looks like. It's very easy to make. It does a great job. And here in the near future I'll show you how to make it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. Yes, I understand that you can't see me, or at least my face anyway. And that's because I have this water here, and I'm going to be showing you a new thing that I found out. It's called wet fire. Okay, now this is a tinder that you can buy. It's really cool stuff. It's a little bit pricey, but it works good. So let me go ahead and open one up. They're non-toxic. They have a shelf life of about 5 years in their original packaging. And once you open this, once you break this seal and you open this cube, they say that they'll last about 3 months. But they recommend that if you open them, that you go ahead and put them back. Like if you don't use all of it, that you put it back in some sort of container, like plastic bag or something like that. And what's cool about this stuff, and the reason I'm by the water, is you can submerge them in water. Okay, you know, it's clearly underwater. Take them out of the water, they're soaking wet. You just shake it off. 1, 2, 3. Come over here. Just shave off a little pile. Just small, thin shavings. Okay, so you just kind of cut it up. Make yourself a little pile. Hope you can see that. And take some sort of spark. In my case, I'm going to be using my little Sparky. Give it a spark or two. It's already lit. Okay. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could light this whole thing and continue to make your fire, but you know, in our case, we're already lit up. And it says that these will burn for up to 6 minutes. And I like to keep these in my survival kit, not because I like to use them as my first choice. I like to keep them in there simply based because if I'm trying to make a fire or something and it's, you know, maybe windy out or it's raining or something like that, then I'll use my wet fire. But generally speaking, I like to use cotton balls more, or char cloth or steel wool or something like that. Now, I found these at my local Walmart, and they come in a package of 5 and they're around $5. So you figure it's $1 a cube. That's a little pricey because I can buy 400 cotton balls that are 100% cotton for $4. So $1 a piece versus a penny a piece, basically. But on the downside to the cotton ball, you can't dip them in water and then light them. So this is wet fire. It works pretty good. It has kind of a spongy feel to it. I'll cut off another little piece here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to bring it close. If I squeeze it, you see that liquid coming out? I don't know if you can see it about to drip there. What that liquid smells like kerosene to me. So I believe that these are a kerosene based fire starter. So again, I'm going to come around to the other side and I'm going to try to get in the way here and make a shadow so you can see the flame a little better. If you have trouble getting it to ignite, they say to cut it in small little pieces. It'll help it ignite. It's kind of reminds me of the magnesium stuff, but this is a lot softer. See, there it goes. It ignited right up. This little Sparky that I'm using is made by UST, Ultimate Survival Technologies, and that's the same people that make this wet fire. Looks like the wind put it out. There it goes again. So again, I want to say thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you found this video useful. Hope you found some good information here. Thanks for watching. And as always, feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. You know what? There's one more thing I want to show you before I go. I'm going to go ahead and light this big cube on fire. This thing is clearly on fire. You can put it out and it's not even hot to the touch. That's not something you could do with a cotton ball. Those things burn hot. It's going again. I want to show you another thing. Get it going. If you light this, you can literally throw it and it'll float and it'll stay on fire in the water. That's what I was going to try to show you. Let me shave a little off and get it going again, and I'll try to show you that. It's going to be a little hard because it's kind of bright out right now, but okay. Anyway, this stuff is pretty interesting. Never seen anything like it. It's kind of neat. There we go, we're lit. Oh, and when it went under, it went out. But anyway, this is wet fire. It's good stuff. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and subscribe. And again, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye-bye now. I wanted to say thank you for watching the video. I hope you got some good information out of it. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe. And again, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye-bye now. Looking for a good source of Tinder? Go to your local laundromat.